All right, everybody. So let's get this party started. I'm going to share my screen and we're going to see how this goes. Since, of course, this was meant to be an in-person event, we're going to see how Zoom does sharing a screen and we'll rip raring to go. All right. Let's see if I can make it full size. Thank you for your patience as I play around. Full screen. Oh, you got there we go. So, oh, what's this? There we go. That's much better. Can you guys give me some thumbs up if you can see where it says Empower Rally on a full screen? Yes. Awesome. Perfect. All right. So welcome to the virtual Empower Rally. My name is Mary Larson. If you don't know me, hi. I'm a mom of two. I'm a green status presenter. I am also a podcaster. So I do actually have a unique focused podcast called Minute with Mary. But it's why I have this microphone. And I just figured this would be a great way for us to kind of try things out in my studio. And so just to remind you, of course, that Unique's mission is to uplift, empower, validate, and ultimately build self-esteem in women around the world through the high-quality products that encourage both inner and outer beauty, spiritual enlightenment, while also providing opportunities for personal growth and financial reward. And we have an opening from Derek Maxfield. So I'm going to make sure that you can actually hear it. So I'm going to stop the share for 1 second, and then I can make sure I get it right. Share the computer sound. There we go. All right, here we go. So here's our little welcome from Derek. This is so techy. I love it.
Hello, Unique family. My name is Derek Maxfield, and I am excited to welcome you to the first ever Empower Rally. I like that name. That's a cool name. Empower Rally Events is a brand new concept. We've launched it, but they're hosted by you. We've had, of course, a number of types of events and different events. We have conventions, we have Empower You events. We always leave those energized and ready to conquer the world. We love bringing together. We are a virtual company, but there's no substitute for coming together as a Y family. And so this concept is now empowering you. These are technically not corporate events, these are your events. We wanted to create a way that excitement, training opportunities, and that bond of coming together could happen even more frequently. And who better to host than all of you? We didn't know what to expect. This is our first time doing it. We had hoped maybe we'd get a few dozen. Well, we have hundreds of these happening today in your hometowns, literally all across the world, and some of them even virtually. I wish I could be there in person at all of them. And so this was the next best thing to set up here in the studio. Kind of like my tree flower combination background. Just gotta say, you know, this is cool. I'm here with you in spirit. We wanted to support you. So a few of our corporate staff are at some of these events. We've sent some product and swag giveaways, but really this is exciting because it's all of you holding them and you embody our mission. As you know, we have a mission that's very important to us to uplift, empower, and validate women all over the world, which is exactly, of course, the main goal of the Empower Rallies. We hope that today is a monumental day, not just because it's the first ever time, but because this is the only time that this group, that you're together, that this exact group, that you'll be together, and you can rally together to grow your businesses, to refocus your goals, and again, experience a bond that only comes by being physically together. Empower Rally events are successful because of you. The name of our company, Unique, is very strategic. It speaks to our mission, and these events, I think, do that as well. Enjoy today. Make the most of it. Have fun with your yesties, because we love you, and we're excited to see what can come from these things. Have a great day. Thank you, everybody.
Yay. So did that sound work? Can we get some thumbs up if you were able to hear all of what Derek had to say? Oh my gosh, thank goodness for technology. We are making this happen. I love it. All right. So to give you a little bit of a breakdown of what's going to be working for the next little while, course, we just had the welcome. We're going to chat about kudos. We're going to chat a little bit about convention. And then we have Black Status leader Molly Stack on with us, and she'll be doing a training that's actually quite timely about how to work your business during everything that's kind of going on in the world right now. And I felt like, this is the proper thing that we should do, is kind of address the elephant in the room with everything that's been going on. And then we could jump on in to the incentive trip announcement, subscription news. I will do a brief training on some of the apps that I'm finding incredibly useful for follow-up, a new product announcement, and then the March PRS perk announcement, which is pretty exciting. And once again, if you do not already have a notebook and pen, your snacks and drinks, some comfy clothes, you are going to want to make sure that your device is on mute, or else we'll hear you, your cat, your kids, who knows what. And there is a chat feature on the app. So if you do have questions, you can, of course, use that. I'm a huge fan of when people are chatting on Zoom to do sign language clapping. So if like something makes you excited, this is actually the sign language way to clap. So if you wanted to do that, if you are showing your video capability, and the replay will be available in the event on Facebook. So if you do need to bounce off, there will be available there as well. So just as a quick little recap, we do have our March customer kudos. It's, you know what it is. It's the palette, it's the mascara, it's the eyeliner, and then if you can, of course, have the add-on of the eye primer. That is going very, very well, but you do want to make sure that your customers also know that these palettes are going to be slowly transitioned away. I know a lot of people were sad about this, but the great thing about it is that it means that they're making way for new products. So if you have not already let your current customers know, you want to make sure that you share it in your VIP group. You possibly create an email or use your texting service. However you reach out to your customers, let them know that the eyeshadow palettes are slowly going to be phased out. We don't see this as something that's going to be happening anytime very, very soon. But I will say we have heard that palette 6 will probably be the first one on its way out, just because it will have the most limited supply. And if you don't have pictures of yourself rocking all the palettes, there are plenty of resources for that. This, for example, is one of our teammates, Megan Barber. As you can see, she's been rocking the looks from all sorts of palettes, but you could easily do that by going to just fellow unique sharing groups if you need images to show people, to inspire them to check it on out. Of course, you want to be sharing these looks. You can be going live, and you can be following up with customers who've already maybe purchased a palette. And this is something that I know that Molly is going to touch upon, but especially during this time where people need a little bit of joy and sometimes need to unplug their minds from situations that might be going on. When you're working with these colorful palettes, it can just be a really fun creative experience, not necessarily leaning into the sales aspect, but I think that if you're choosing to go live and to entertain people and to help educate people, tips and tricks, that's a great way to look at it. Another thing that corporate wanted us to mention before we get into the meat of the training and the exciting things is to remind you about the importance of convention. Now, I know travel is slightly all up in the air. What we're hoping for is that by August, everything will be in a much better position for our world right now. But they are letting you know that when people attend events, it makes a huge difference for you and your sales and the camaraderie. So if people attend convention, the retention rate ends up going to 84% compared to a lot less. And people who go to convention actually increase their sponsoring by 350%, which is crazy. So if you have not yet gotten your ticket, if it is something that you want to be talking about, obviously corporate is letting you know that this is going to be a huge, huge event. And so to kind of, at least book it out inside your calendar, talk about it with your family to see if it is going to be something that you would like to look towards. And they did make this announcement that I don't fully understand. I'll just be real with you. Whatever I share with you today is exactly what corporate shared with me. They're having this thing called the Unique Recognition Gala, or gala. It's potato patata, if you ask me. This is what they said about the Recognition Gala. We are so excited for this year's unique conventions, and we have some amazing surprises planned, starting with our first ever Unique Recognition Gala. At this red carpet event, you'll be recognized for all of our hard work and dedication. You get to enjoy a special dinner while you and your friends get recognized on stage and celebrate each other's success. You won't want to miss this. Stay tuned for details coming soon about this gala event, including tickets and price, because space is limited. So that's all I know about it. Sounds cool, looks awesome, but definitely keep your eyes out for more news about that event. So we're going to move into our next phase of this. I just kind of wanted to get that meat of the stuff out of the way. And this is going to be about some training. And as I said, we're going to be very, very fortunate to have Molly Stack on with us. They sent along this quote that I just want to read out loud. The tests we face in life's journey are not to reveal our weaknesses, but to help us discover our inner strengths. We can only know how strong we are when we strive and thrive beyond the challenges we face. And so, what we're going to be focusing on even later in the training is how to embrace and overcome challenges. And as I said, I think that these slides, little did they know, are very, very timely. So, if you do have challenges, to seek advice from your fellow Y sisters, gain knowledge on the topic, be dedicated and committed, and to be persistent. So, with that, I would love to welcome Molly Stack. I'm going to stop the screen share. She is a Black Status presenter, and she's going to be talking with us about working your business with integrity during a time of crisis. So, Molly, take the floor, my friend.
Thank you. Hold on. There we go.
Oh.
I like seeing so many faces on here, so I wanted to see the faces. So for those of you who don't know me, my name is Molly Stack. I'm a Black Status leader. My team is Team Moxie. There's a lot of you on here right now. And I had no idea we would be training on this particular topic, but it is where we are in the world right now. So I do want to focus on working your business with integrity during a time of crisis. And I use the word crisis because a lot of us are in a fear mindset right now. We don't know what's going on. We're feeling nervous. So how can you still work your business? You are having some anxiety, you're having some fear, and when your market is also in that mindset. So the very first thing I want to touch on is the opportunity. I have seen, and I have not seen it within our company, which I am so thankful for, but I have seen other network marketing companies, their presenters, using this time of being home, being out of school, being out of work as a way to recruit. And I am going to urge you not to use this time in our world as an opportunity tool. While we are very fortunate to do this business from wherever we are, to do it remotely, to do it from our phone, using the fear mindset as a way of recruitment is not working your business integrity. And what will happen is, yes, you may encourage some people to join you on this journey because they are afraid. But when this all settles down, when the dust settles, what are you left with? What is the persona you have put out to the world? Who are you as a leader, as a presenter? Are you, in sense, a vulture, or are you a really dedicated, joyful presenter? That is what I want you to think about, okay? So the good thing is, like Mary mentioned, we have an opportunity to share joy all the time. Makeup is consumable. Everybody always replenishes their makeup, and it is recession proof. So people are still going to buy makeup. It's how you end up presenting it. So if you get out there and, like Mary said, show your joy, get out there and have fun, show tips, show tricks, provide value. And it doesn't just have to be your business. What else can you get out and share? Mary is a musician. She's been on Facebook before, singing with her children, sharing things that she does at home. People are going to be home with their kids now. If you're a parent, what can you share about your everyday? What are you doing home with your kids? If you're not a parent, hobby that you're enjoying, what are you focusing on? Maybe you're a woman of faith. Maybe you like to cook. Maybe you're a crafter, whatever. Whatever you do, whatever makes you unique, go out and share it with the world in conjunction with doing your makeup. Because what you're going to find is people are looking for a community now more than ever, and their community is going to be virtual. So if you can get out there and be a community for these people, be a source of light, be a source of joy, and still show your makeup. I mean, for me, doing is actually a stress reliever. So I like to get on and just be like, all right, guys, it's been a hard day. Let's put on some mascara and feel better, right? Get out there and bring that to the people. And organically, people will still shop from you. And even if they're not necessarily joining you now, when this all blows over and people see how beautiful your business has been for you and beautifully you presented it to the world during this time, you may find those people are interested in joining you later when this is all said and done. Of course, people may join you now just because they know what you do and how beneficial it has been to your life, and that's fantastic. I to quote, I think it was like something posted on Instagram, but I thought it was very timely to all marketers. And it said, do not use your fear to market or as a reason to buy. It does not show integrity in your offer or as you as a business owner. And I think that is exactly what we were talking about here. So just go out and be you. Continue what you're doing. Spread the joy, spread the beauty, share the makeup, and everything will fall into place. And wash your hands.
Right. Exactly. Oh, thank you so much, Molly. Thank you. Thank you. And remember, guys, we do have the chat feature. So if you did have questions or if you wanted to add your 2 cents to that, depending upon how long we get through this PowerPoint and these announcements and stuff, I would love to have like a little Q&A and brainstorming session for anyone who would like at the end. So feel free to kind of put stuff in that chat section of the Zoom. So thank you so much, Molly.
You're
All
welcome.
right. Let's go back to All right. Let's chat about the incentive trip. The incentive trip, of course, is fantastic. It is super duper fun. You get to go on a trip with all unique presenters. And this year they have announced that we are going to be going to the Riviera Maya, Maya, I don't know. Once again, I don't really know how to say half of the words I say, but it is going to be January 25th through the 29th at the Barcelona Maya Grand Resort in Riviera Maya, Mexico. And it is going to be a 4-night stay. This is an all-inclusive resort. You will get to bring your +1 to enjoy your time. It includes signature amenities, luxurious accommodations, world-class dining, and more. Now, this resort has 7 swimming pools, including a special shallow area for children, water parks with slides, semi-Olympic pools, and pools for adults, delicious cuisine at 16 on-site restaurants, and new spa. I always love when there's a spa because I'm like, oh, that's just what you need, right? Like extra special relaxation, saunas, steam rooms, tropical and bithermal showers. I don't even know what that means, but I would want to try it. I don't. Dynamic pool and immersion pools. You get to, of course, go to these beautiful beaches, and there's daytime and evening entertainment and activities for all ages. So they have not yet told us the qualifications for this trip, but they wanted to make sure that we knew about where the location is, when it's happening. And if you yourself are someone who likes to create vision boards, if you like to have, just goals that you share for yourself and you like to shout it out, I would highly recommend once we have these images online that you like print it out and you put it on your fridge or you put it up somewhere on your, whether it's your vision board or in front of you somewhere so you could tell yourself like, I'm going to set that goal. I'm going to set that goal to earn that trip. It is completely, completely something that anyone can do. I did just come back from the incentive trip just recently, and I know Victoria, who's on here as well. And I might have Victoria, if you want to unmute yourself so that you can give your 2 cents on what the trip was like, that would be amazing. So whenever you, there you are.
Hey, I'm making pancakes. So, yeah, the incentive trips are, I personally, I'm very incentive driven. And I get really restless. And so these trips kind of like, they're good little refreshers, little getaways. But I have never, before Unique, I had never gone on anything that was like luxurious. And to be honest, the resort, so Cancun was phenomenal. And so I'm pumped to go back to a resort. The cruise was amazing too, of course, but like, I think you kind of learn there's cruise people and there's resort people, and I am so pumped for a resort. I'll be honest, I'm really excited. But no, it's just such a good realization of how much our company loves us, how much they they just want to love on us. I mean, just it's awesome. It's really cool.
I agree. You know, something that blew me away was how much signage they had. I just went on the cruise. I earned Cancun the trip 2 years ago, but I wasn't able to go. But just really how much Unique like pours into this event to help you feel special, because you really do. You put in the blood, sweat, and tears in this business. You're of course earning the commission, you're earning the makeup, you're earning the Y cash, but to also be able to have this goal of hitting a trip is amazing. And people from pink status and up earned this past year's cruise. Would you agree, Victoria?
Oh yeah. Yeah. I had one of my girls that came, she was pink, like she earned it pink. I earned the first trip. I actually, I hit blue the very last day of the qualifying period for Cancun. So anybody can totally earn it. It doesn't matter where you're at.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much for sharing that with us. They also wanted us to let you know about the 2021 service incentive trip announcement. Oh, and I had a question in the chat. Rhea asked, are there any qualification dates for the incentive trip? They have not announced that yet, but I feel like it would start in April. So if it was starting like right now, they would have let us know. So don't quote me on that, but I'm assuming it'll start in April for the qualification dates, and they'll get into detail about how many points you need and how you earn those points. But as I said, for those of you who like to make vision boards, now you know what to print out and to put out there for yourself. So the 2021 service incentive trip is for people who hit Black status and then they hit it the rest of the year. So I don't know if there's anyone here who has gone on a service trip, because I don't know everybody here. So hello, and I would love to chat and get to know you all in a little bit. But it's going to Thailand, and the dates are going to be announced very shortly. But they wanted to make sure that we all knew where that trip is going as well. And I know for myself, I'm not Black status. I am a green status presenter. But what I love about trips like that one is that even though I'm not necessarily qualified yet for those trips, it's something that I get to look forward to. And once again, I'm a vision board type of person. So I love knowing where the people at the top levels are going so I can visualize myself being there someday as well. All right. So I wanted to quickly do a little training of my own. And then let's see. So once again, this is me if you joined late. My name is Mary Larson. This quick training is going to be about favorite apps that I'm currently using to help save you time. So I'm going to pull up this screen in case you want to write it down in your notebook. The Sell with Amy app has been a game changer for myself and so many members on my team. If you have not already downloaded this app, I would highly recommend it. You can also use that link that I have right there. It's bit.ly/MaryAMI. It is a app that you can use on Android and on iPhone. And I'll break down for you a little bit about what you do with this app. So this app has the potential to eventually be synced up with Unique. What I would recommend is to let your Black status uplines and as high as you can get in contact in your upline to let people know about this app, because the developers do work in conjunction with a lot of corporate offices for direct sales companies, and they are not yet working with Unique one-on-one, but once they do, it'll even make it easier and streamlined. So in case you wanted to try this app out, and if you yourself love it, I would definitely recommend that you let your Black statuses know about it. So I'll share with you what it is that you do. So this app, basically you import your contacts. So you can download your Facebook friends list, or you can merge over your email list or your contact list from your phone, and you'll have all of your contacts stored in your phone. And you can also then link up their Facebook profile, their Instagram profile. If you'd like to add in any other information about them, you can. What is great about it is they currently have the Unique catalog already set up in the phone inside the app. So when you say that you're a Unique presenter, they are going to auto-populate pretty much your store right here. And so if somebody, I saw that Amy is on right now. So Amy, I might use you if you're in here. Let me see if Amy is in my phone so I can pretend that you put in an order. I don't have you in here. Oh no. Let's see if Stephanie's in here. Or I could just put myself. I'll put myself. So let's say someone named Mary ordered an eyeshadow palette because she saw that they were going away and wanted to make sure that they were up. What would happen is you would pull up the person's name and add that little plus sign. Are you sending a sample or are you sending a product. So I'm going to click the product and I'll put in addiction, and it has all of our catalog in here. So say it was Addiction Shadow Palette number 1. I'd click that. I'd complete it. And then it says, do you want to make sure you record this order? Yes, I do. Now what happens is in 2 days or within 2 days, the app is going to remind me, check in with Mary. Thank her in your VIP group, send her a little thank you card, send her a Facebook message. It's then going to ask me to check on Mary in 2 weeks. Hey, did you get that product? Do you know how to use that product? Do you need any videos how to use that product? And then it will have you follow up again in about 2 or 3 months. Now you can change the frequency of how often you want to follow up with the customer. It's all customizable. What I also love about it is it has pre-written scripts. So rather than you take the time to say, hey girl, thank you so much for your eyeshadow palette. So happy that you got it. You just push the Facebook button and it will already know what you want to say, because if you're following up within those 2 days, it knows that you're saying thank you, and it will have auto filled in the product that you selected for them. So I have found it to be so easy just to stay on top of my customer follow-up. They say it all the time that follow-up is where the fortune's at. You know, someone could get a 4D mascara and then not know how to use it. I know I've had a few customers who just necessarily haven't gotten the results that they wanted right away. But when I followed up with them and I shared with them a little how-to video, then their minds were blown. Or maybe someone got something, maybe they got foundation and it wasn't the right shade. Especially if this is someone's first purchase, if they don't necessarily like the product, it could ruin their relationship with you and your store. But if you have good customer follow-up and you check in and, you know, that 2-week warning, you say, hi, I wanted to check in. How is your foundation? Is the color matching you right? Do you know how to use the product? If you can't troubleshoot with them, if it really is that they need a different product, you know, you'll be able to have that customer follow-up. I found for me, I would used to go through waves where I would write down people in my calendar. I would write down, you know, follow up with this person, and I just kind of lost track. And so what I love is if you're someone who lives on your phone already, this app has daily reminders. In addition to that too, you can set yourself sales goals. So if you're someone who is very goal oriented, you know, I want to sell $1,500 worth of product this month, the app is going to figure out approximately how many sales you need to have that month to equal that. So it's going to have your own little tracker for your own personal goals. It's going to have different things where if you want to check in on teammates, you can have pre-scripted things for teammates that you can change out. It can all be personalized. And then last but not least, it has the ability for you to sync up your Instagram account and shop through that. So I know a lot of people with Instagram, they have like link tree links where in their bio, you can shop and you can do different things. What's cool about this app is you can tag certain products. Say in an Instagram post, you used palette 1 and say you used crushed lip powder, you could actually tag those certain products. So when people click on your link and they scroll through these Instagram photos, they're going to see exactly the products you used and they'll be able to click it and shop through it. So if you are someone who does like to utilize Instagram, this is a great way to really capture sales from this app. So this is something that I love. I also have found the team that works on this app are incredibly user-friendly. They have little training videos that come out almost weekly. If there are any updates, they have their own Facebook community. So you can like ask questions of other people who are utilizing it, who may not necessarily be within Unique. You know, they might be with other direct sales companies, but they're really useful. So that is an app that I 100% recommend. And then the other app that I wanted to let you guys know about that has been rocking my world right now has been this one, the Word Board app. I watched a training by, I think it was Marta Miller. I have to double check. She was in the Unique Wall of Influence page, and I am going to share her 2 training videos that she's done so far on this app. It's called WordBoard. Now, this one is sadly only currently open for Apple users, but you could utilize this app if you could do something similar if you're an Android person. So it's called WordBoard, and I'm going to quickly show you how I use that app as well. So this one is something about just kind of auto-populating your most common questions. Say if you have an onboarding training that you do for new presenters and you usually say, oh, welcome to Unique or welcome to our team, and you wanted to tell them a little bit about how to shop on their own website. You know how we all have these hopes and dreams of having like the perfect onboarding system, but it sometimes is hard, or you might feel like you're sending a million messages a day and your brain's overworked. This app allows you to pre-write and save whatever kind of phrases you want. So like, for example, color matching. I'll show you my color matching ones. These are the most popular things that I say when people want to try out a foundation. So the first thing that I have saved is, I'm excited that you'd like to learn more about my foundation options. Can you let me know if you like light, medium, full? Do you like a matte or dewy finish? So rather than having to rewrite that every single time anyone shows me interest, it is already saved. And then the next one that I have it labeled color matching 2. So once they answer that question, I then am able to quickly share with them, I'm going to send you a video on how to send a selfie to match your foundation. Check it out. So what I'm able to do when I'm in Facebook Messenger chatting with people, once again, I'll pull up myself, use myself as the test dummy. When you're on an Apple phone, can you guys like raise your hands or do the virtual raise your hand if you have an iPhone, just so I know? I would hate to be talking to all Android. Sorry, I know a couple of Android people. So at the bottom right here is like a little world symbol. And when you have another app like this one that can utilize a keyboard shortcut, you click that little button right there. And now here are all of my word board things. So for example, I have my color matching folder. Click that. Doop. And then here are going to be, here's my color matching 1. Oh, it's so hard for you to say color matching 1, color matching 2. So I'll just do that. And then it auto populates and I can send it. And then you can just kind of go down the list. You can include YouTube links. You can include Facebook links. So rather than having to sit here and like rewrite things or do voice memos for each person, if there's common things that you're utilizing to train your teams, or as I said, for color matching, rather than just like having to store it all the time and copy and paste or rewrite it, that app has been golden. I'm not going to go too much into that app because, as I said, there's an amazing training through the unique wall of influence pages, but I will make sure to include that inside our event. So if you haven't already seen it, you can check that on out. All right. You guys ready for some more corporate stuff? Okay. Dun, 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 dun. Oh, let me make sure that I've actually got the computer audio on this. Yes, I do. Here we go.
Hello, Unique family. No matter where you are, I hope you're having a wonderful time at your local Empower Rally. And I hope you're ready because I'm here to make an exciting announcement. And no, it's not a new product. That comes a little bit later. I'm here to announce that we are officially expanding our subscription beta launch. Is that exciting? Is that exciting? I can hear you. Yes, I can hear you. Not only that, we are adding Uology bundle options to your subscription choices. Not only will you have the access to the Flawless 4 bundle, you'll also be able to subscribe to our Uology Duos, Trios, and the Uology Quad. In addition, our customizable Uology products are getting new packaging, a beautiful new unboxing experience for your customer, and a reduction in overall plastic packaging by 20%. Okay, so here we have our beautiful packaging, and I'm going to unbox these. We're going to start with our single. Singles will not be available in subscription, but you will still receive the updated packaging when you purchase individual products. So let's open this up and look how it is displayed in this beautiful packaging. We have our spatula, we have our boosters, we have the product right here. I know you love it. I know you love it. Okay, and here we have our Duo packaging. So here it's displayed with our cleanser and our night cream and the associated boosters and the spatula. Aren't they just beautiful? I love how we have the symbols on the top of the lid, the clean design for the packaging, which really represents the Uology skincare. Here is our triple, equally impressive. Here's the night cream, the day cream, and the cleanser, and the associated boosters, and the spatula. And here is the quad, all displayed. I mean, isn't this a much better experience for your customers to receive all of their special or their customized products in a packaging just like this. So here we have, of course, the serum, the cleanser, the day cream, the night cream, the associated boosters, and the spatula. Are you excited? Are you excited? Oh, yes, one more thing important to note, which I know you will all be happy about this, is our boosters have also received an update, a refresh, I should say. No more snipping. No more clipping off the ends and have them flying into Never Never Land. They come ready to use, just like this. And I know you'll be happy about that. So we'll put that back in there. So this is very exciting. And so plus, when you subscribe to any Uology bundle, you will have the opportunity to add any lash product to your cart at a 10% discount with the free shipping that you get for being on subscription. So it's kind of like you're double dipping into the discount and the free shipping. It's a great, great opportunity for you and your customers. And this makes it easier than ever for you and your customers to take the Uology quiz, fall in love with the perfect regimen, and then click subscribe for free shipping and consistently happy skin. That's all I have for now, but don't you worry, I'll be back.
First and foremost, can we please talk about her nails? I was like, I want to zoom in more on this manicure that she has going on. So what you know is now what I know is that the service is expanding from the US to include Australia and almost all European markets as of March 20th. Now, there did come out with a little update because of what's been going on with the health of the world, that a couple of these places might be a little delayed. I saw New Zealand, and I think there were 2 other places that are going to be a little delayed. Do we have anyone who's watching this current Empower rally who's outside of the US? I don't think so. I think we're all US. Okay, so it's open March 20th. Does anyone want to give their 2 cents? Because there is a nice small group of us. There are 2 cents about what they think about this new packaging.
I am so excited about this. First of all, how beautiful was that? Just visually, when she opened the full box, didn't you just like want that? I wanted that. I took a screenshot. Oh, I want to mention, I can't remember if Mary mentioned this at the beginning. Let's keep this all quiet until end of day because the West Coast has not yet had all their Empower U's yet. So we don't want to spill the beans for those who don't know yet. So don't post it on your walls. But I'm super excited. And also I have had the opportunity, the last time I ordered, my boosters were actually the new packaging. It's so nice, you guys. You do not have to cut them. You literally just unscrew it. It squeezes out so nicely. I'm so excited. So excited.
Yay. And I just loved the boxes. The boxes look so cute. And to know that this is all cut back on 20% plastic usage, that blows my mind because the boxes and the packaging still looks absolutely beautiful. But just to know that it's cut back on that is fantastic. So of course, just a great reminder for skincare to really be in someone's regimen. And now that it's going to be, you can also, I love the part too, how you can add on any lash product. So a lot of people, of course, are going to be wanting mascara or a lash primer or the lash serum, so they can add that on at a 10% discount. Anybody else want to give their 2 cents on this awesome update?
I'm just excited to not have to cut the things and have my cats chase them. I think they look great. You know, you're spending a decent amount of money. And if you want to encourage customers to do so, I feel like you want to have a nice presentation for them. And so that's really exciting.
Awesome. Totally agree. Presentation is everything. Yes, Stephanie?
Do you know the pricing yet for this? And is it choose any like 2 or any 3 or any 4 Uology products?
No, I don't know anything. I'm just the girl with the PowerPoint. I wish I knew more. I mean, I would assume that it would be around the price of what the collection might be, the one that's the skincare for some collection. I don't know. What do you think, Molly?
I would assume also, I can't imagine they would charge more for the subscription full bundle than they would for the Uology collection. so that would be my guess. And also, I would also assume that maybe tomorrow or later in the week, they're going to have a cohesive breakdown of all of it. But yes, like Mary said, I can't imagine the full would be more than the actual collection.
Any other questions or feedback before we carry on? All right, let's get back in, guys. So let's see. Oh, here we go. So here's our beautiful new packaging. If you wanted to see it from the look above, I love the color coordination. If someone is going to get the 4-pack, I just think it's so pretty, and just adds just that extra little bit. You get to, let's see. Oh, here we go. Stephanie, I think this was one of your questions, like what you get to choose. So the trios, you get serum, day moisturizer, and night cream. Cleanser plus your choice of 2. Okay, so cleanser is definitely included inside any of these subscription-based items. And in the duo, it is cleanser in one of the moisturizers. So that makes sense. And then you have the trio is cleanser and either serum and a moisturizer, or anything like that. It will be interesting. It's the only other thing is with the trio, I'd be interested to know, could you get cleanser plus day and night? But as Molly said, we're going to have all this information probably even tomorrow at like 9 a.m. or something. So they'll be out probably tomorrow or Monday in their usual update. And then, of course, we're going to be going global with this subscription system. As I said, just because of the recent health issues, we did get an email today notifying us that I know New Zealand, and I think it was 2 other countries, are going to be a little bit more delayed when it comes to the subscription plan just because of everything that's been going on. But if you've already been talking up the Flawless 4 subscription bundle with your current network, get to grow that with your global network. I do know myself, I had signed up for the subscription bundle, and I did already get some questionnaire feedback. Has anyone else gotten that where you subscribed and then it asked you for your feedback? Awesome. So if you have not done that, just know that you can always use your voice on the Unique website just to give feedback if it is something that you'd like, or if you just have feedback in general for everybody. All right, let's keep on rolling. Oh, the rewards link. Molly, do you want to talk a little bit about the rewards link? This is a change from party links. I don't necessarily know if it is 100% going to be called rewards link starting right now, but basically they're saying, welcome to the future of unique virtual parties. Here's a sneak peek of what to look forward to with the rewards link. It is a beta testing, and it's going to be launching with the Stay and Play campaign. I don't know what that means, just putting it out there. It's a simplified one-click way to create a shopping link and earn rewards. This way you can send shoppers to one of several unique product options. So rather than just having the main landing page that you normally have for your unique party link, you can choose, do you want it to be a rewards link for a particular hostess that just goes to 4D, for example, or do you want it to be the main landing page? And you can, when you have a link, you can choose whether you'd like to own that link, give it to an existing customer, invite a new customer to own it. You can also easily, of course, post the link on social media, and the first person to click it will be the owner. So that's a very interesting thing. We'll learn a bit more about that. But Molly, you've been doing the beta testing for the rewards link, right?
Yes, I have. It's they described it really accurately. So it is a very simple way to set it up. And like they said, you can pick your destination if you want to pick specifically 4D, or if you want to go to a different landing page. And then rather than having to have somebody's email or contact information and set up a specific party link, they give you a very short and shareable link that you can then send to your customer. They can easily click on it, and they are the hostess. It's very user-friendly.
That makes so much more sense than just reading it.
And it's titled differently, so it is no longer a party link, it is rewards link.
Awesome. And this is just going to make it that much easier, with the word affiliate, where people have affiliate links is just so on trend right now. It's going to make people even more excited to share that link, with their own results. I know so many people, when they get mascara, they'll say, this is the best mascara, or, if they're trying the mascara with the lash primer, this is so amazing. And I say, well, send me a picture with you and your lashes, and they send it. And I even can say to them, do you mind sharing it on your wall, or do you mind sharing it in my VIP group? And now they could have their own affiliate link, their own rewards link, if they do that on their own wall. So I'm really excited about that. Okay, I think it's time. Let me see. Do we get our new product? Yes, we do. It is time. Let me let me actually get the right button. And here is our big product announcements.
Hello, my favorite yesties. I hope you are all enjoying our first ever Empower Rally event. It is so amazing to have our presenters gathered all together all around the world. Oh, how I wish I could personally attend each of these events and make these announcements in the flesh, but this video will suffice. Let's just imagine and pretend that I am there in the room with you right now for our first ever Empower Rally, and that I have something very special to announce. In fact, that is what I'm about to do right now. As you know, announcing new products is one of my favorite things to do, and I am so glad to be able to participate in your Empower Rally, even from afar. We are excited to announce a brand new product that will be your key to smoother, longer wearing matte makeup. Introducing la la, Touch Glorious Mattifying Face Primer. I can hear the screams, I can hear the excitement, with good reason. It is formulated with microsphere powder dispersion technology. That's a mouthful, let's say that again. Microsphere powder dispersion technology, and provides a blurring effect which helps improve the appearance of smooth skin, decreasing the appearance of the shine and pore size. Who doesn't want that? I personally have come to love this primer, and know that you'll want to make this primer the first step in your makeup routine for a smoother looking, jaw-dropping matte finish with or without foundation. It's like magic. The Touch Glorious Mattifying Face Primer is formulated with snow mushroom extract. I think that's the magic. So everyone who is excited to extend the wear of your makeup by up to 8 hours and improve the appearance of skin smoothness while decreasing your appearance of shine, raise your hand. Raise your hands, raise your hands. The new Touch Glorious Mattifying Face Primer launches April 1st for your customers. We are so happy to be able to announce this new and exciting product to our Empower launch attendees first. Now go spread the news.
And by spread the news, she doesn't really mean spread the news just yet, just as a reminder. We want to keep this on the DL with with those who've been able to attend the Empower rallies. It will be announced. Do you know, Molly, is it going to be announced tomorrow? Yeah, ish. If not tomorrow, then Monday. But be excited.
I can't imagine they're going to wait after today to not announce. Yeah.
Right? So many of us are doing this virtually anyway. Exactly. So I was supposed to get a box with goods that I could give to those of us who are going to attend in real life at our little coffee shop event. And it hasn't come yet, and that's okay. But I have found out from other people who are hosting Empower rallies that this primer is amazing. And just like Melanie said, you can wear it to decrease your pore size and just to make your skin look really airbrushed without even wearing makeup. It really, I see Stephanie being like, yes, I know that Bridget was so excited about this. I know Maureen's, I know several members of my team who are like part of the Oily Face Club who are like, give me something to help with these pores. It's going to make such a huge difference. And what is great about this is now we have crazy cool options when it comes to our primer. So of course, there's the picture. This is going to tone down unwanted shine. This is the exact wording that corporate sent me. So if you guys want to write down any notes for this, and once again, we're not announcing this to the public yet, but just so you know, so you can sit with it. It tones down unwanted shine without dimming your radiance. It creates smoother looking skin while decreasing the appearance of shine and pore size. It is going to give you that shine-free look with a longer lasting matte finish. And this is now going to join all of our other primers. So price in US is going to be $34. I have no idea what snow mushroom means or microsphere, but it looks awesome. So sign me up. I'm definitely going to try this out. And of course, let's see, 97% of participants agree the product does not dry out skin, which is incredibly important because we don't want it to do the opposite. 90% agree that the product made their skin look more matte immediately. And that same number agreed the product extends the wear of foundation, which of course is what primer is meant to do. So this would just be like with your regular primer. After you do your skincare, you are going to apply the primer before your foundation using circular motions to make sure it's fully absorbed. You can wear it alone or with foundation. And as I said, one of my girlfriends who tried this out said she wore it alone and it just like made her skin look flawless. And then now, of course, we have these 3 selections. So we have our regular Glorious Touch face primer, the hydrating face primer, and the mattifying face primer. Our regular Glorious, we all know, love, and you can use it, of course, with powder, spray, or liquid foundations. The hydrating face primer, of course, this is 100% of participants saw an immediate improvement. It extends your wear of makeup for over 12 hours, a jet to liquid technology. How many of you, by raise of your hands, how many of you have actually tried the hydrating face primer? I know several of us. Awesome. Yeah. And it adds moisture to create that refreshing and flawless look. I will say, I think, Maureen, I think you're on here. Are you the one, you can unmute yourself if it is you, who uses it under your eyes but uses the Glorious Touch on the rest of your face?
Yes, I just did that this morning actually. So just like here, and then I might use a little around my mouth too because I'm starting to get a little puckery. So not bad, but you know what I mean? You could just see a little something is not the same as it once was. So I'm using it around there and there.
Awesome. And then you
the
just use
regular one, the
Glorious Touch
rest. Yeah.
elsewhere. I think that's great. And I think, going forward, when we look at this mattifying, like I know for me, I don't have an incredibly oily face all over, but I definitely see breakdown here and here. But if I can use the hydrating primer where my face really needs it right here, sometimes I get really dry on my chin. So, as we're looking at this Flawless 4 subscription bundle, at first you may say, well, I don't need a new primer every 3 months. They're probably going to change that. We all know that they're going to need to change the timeline of it, but you could actually then get a variety of primers based upon your skin's needs. And just like with masks, sometimes you can spot treatment areas. You'll be able to then maybe spot treat with your primer. I know for me, I'm going to want to use this one. Oops, where am I going? Where did I go? There we go. I'm definitely going to use this one on my pores. So here's the info sheet. The microsphere powder dispersion technology creates a soft focus and light diffusion for a blurring effect. It's going to extend the wear of your makeup for up to 8 hours and decreases the appearance of pore size. So I do not have a release date on this product yet. It's not in any of my paperwork, but obviously corporate will be coming out with the news of when this is going to be coming out. And they also wanted to let you know about a really exciting perk starting right now. Right now, look at this. You can get this black cylindrical, I hope I said that right, brush case. So of course this can just hold your brushes when you're at home. It can hold your brushes when you're traveling. If you earn 250 PRS starting today, March 14th, through the end of the month, through March 31st at, the minute before midnight, 250 PRS, you will earn yourself this really awesome brush case. This tracker is going to be in our back office approximately on Monday. I'm just saying approximate because of everything that's going on, but it will be tracking you as of today. So while you're home today, if you do make any sales, if you made sales, heck, even this morning, it will go towards earning this really cool brush case. Lord, I'm just going to tell you, I need a brush case. I squished my fluffy crease brush. It was like underneath a box, and now it just looks like a flattened flower. So I'll wash it and fix it, hopefully. But it's the fluffy crease brush, which is like my favorite one. Rhea said, and Brianna said that April 1st. Oh, good. You guys were listening. You were listening to the video. I was not listening. So thank you very much. I'm just looking at these notes, and it didn't say it. So I appreciate that. And then, yes, so let me see if there's anything else about the brush thing. Perfect. Let me get this last slide from corporate, and then we can do a little mini powwow. The last thing that they're asking for is just the call to action. So, character is following through on a decision after the emotion of the decision has passed. Commit to strengthen your character and improve your life by envisioning yourself in your unique future, making an action plan for you and your team to earn this perk, and get ready to see the results of your hard work. If you'd like, You can share pictures of yourself at your laptop with the hashtag Empower Rally 2020. Obviously, most of the Empower Rallies are virtual right now. So if you wanted to search that hashtag on social media, I bet it's going to be an absolute hoot. And they did want to let you know that we will be having future Empower Rallies August 22nd, so shortly after convention, and October 24th. So whether you just want to like pencil those dates in so you can save them, if you were supposed to attend an event in real life, or if virtual works for you, know that this will be options definitely for you there. So how's everybody feeling? Molly, I would love to hear your feedback on all these announcements as the Black Stat is here. And then if anyone else wants to chime in, you can feel free to unmute as well.
I am so excited. I love when they listen. I think feedback is so important. That's why we always encourage you guys to use the My Voice feature in your back office. I know sometimes you're like, yeah, but they really truly take that data and factor it into what they are doing, both with product launches, with our technology, all of those things. So they are clearly listening, because we have been asking for a mattifying primer. We have been asking for Uology subscriptions, and here they are. This is fantastic. I would encourage you guys, if you are not already utilizing Uology as part of your business, that you really take a good hard look at that. If you're in Team Moxie, we're going to do a lot of training on that. I know Mary is big on the skincare as well if you're in Magic. And if you are not in our downline, talk to your upline leaders and really get on board with this Uology, because everybody has skin. Everybody has skin. And the better your skin, the more beautiful, the more long wearing your makeup. It is just such a fantastic option, and this makes it so easy. So I am over the moon about this. Even for my own wallet, I'm like, yes, yes. How many of you have been scraping the end of like your day cream, like tiny little dots? That's me, because I am not timely about reordering things. Super excited. Super glad that they are going to be doing some more Empower rallies. I encourage you to host your own. As you can tell, they don't have to be hundreds of people. A small group is fantastic. You can utilize it within your team and really rally people together. I think we are so on a good track with that. And I love the brush holder incentive. What a great way to incentivize you and your team to round out the end of your month, the second half of your month, in a really strong way. I know you guys, I know we're going to be popping brush holders like all over the place. Like I'm sure Mary's going to have it by end of day. You know what I mean? Like I am not even concerned. So I am really glad. And I want to thank all of you so much for taking the time to sit in on this. I know many of you are going to travel. Some, I don't know if she's on here now. We had one presenter that was going to come all the way from Maine, and that's commitment. That's really fantastic. Oh, you're here. Yay. You're here. That's really great commitment. And I love seeing that in presenters. So thank you so much all for being here.
Yes, Becca, give yourself a shout out. So Becca had planned to come from Maine all the way down to Rhode Island, and we were set to have this in real life up until last night, when pretty much the state of Rhode Island decided to shut down, which I understand. I totally understand. But Becca is here. She has her little baby in tow as well, a little wee bear, and came with her down from Maine. So Becca, why don't you tell us a little bit about yourself and what you are most excited about from hearing all this news?
Hi guys. So I'm super excited. I'm most excited for the skincare subscriptions. I've been talking to a lot of people about the skincare products. So I think that this is really going to up all of our games. And honestly, in January, I pretty much just focused on skincare solely and hardly talked about makeup. But I am a yellow status presenter, working my way towards pink. I joined on my 18th birthday. I wanted it so bad. And then I had stopped selling. I had a full-time job. It was too much, but I just rejoined again in October. So I'm still at Yellow, and I had made the decision to join again when actually right after my daughter was born. She just turned 6 months old. I love being able to be a full-time stay-at-home mom and just run this little business. It's been great.
That is awesome. Well, I'm so happy that you were able to come on back, and you know what, perfect timing as we have all these exciting announcements. And thank you again for your dedication of driving down from Maine. And Becca and I are going to try to still get together so we can meet each other, because that is some serious dedication. Stephanie, you had asked if corporate had announced if there's going to be a new presenter kit. Was not announced yet. And so I don't necessarily know if they're going to change the presenter kit, if they're not, but we'll find that out. Definitely April 1st, they'll probably announce it if it is going to be a big change. But anyone else like to come on in and give a little feedback of what they thought of the announcements, or say a little hello?
I think the announcements are really cool. Sorry, my voice is like cracking terribly today. I sound like a teenage boy. um, but yeah, it's very exciting. The subscription service. Um, I kind of go through phases, I feel like, where I promote the skin products more than other times. And so that kind of gives me now a new chance to kind of go back out there. A bunch of people just joined my group in the month of February, so they'll be seeing it for the first time. And so that's pretty exciting. Um, Going forward, I know, Mary, you had talked about April's another big sponsoring month, and that they often do like different incentives. Can you give me any more information on that?
Yeah, and Molly's here, so I know she might be able to give her 2 cents. Of course, the incentive trip, they haven't necessarily come out saying when it starts, but I would feel like it would start, you could start earning points for it possibly in April. And I do know that in the past, when you've sponsored during the incentive trip qualification time, you get massive points. So for example, last year, $1 equaled 1 point towards the trip. Whereas if you sponsored one person, that gave you 500 points during the trip. So you could honestly earn this incentive trip by sponsoring a great deal of people, like just putting your effort in the sponsoring. And April, of course, is the next time in this schedule of corporate when we are going to be sponsoring. I don't know if they'll be doing any perks necessarily like they did in January. Of course, in January, we had the perk of if you sponsor 2, it was $50 Y Cash, and you sponsor 4, you got Uplift Oil and the brush cleaner and the Y Cash. So I don't know. What do you think, Molly?
I don't know, like Mary said, but usually they do absolutely something for the incentive trip. And then I would imagine when corporate decides that it will be a sponsoring month, that they will have something for presenters, whether it is Cash again or product, maybe it's new product. They usually are really good about incentivizing presenters to sponsor. So while I can't say for sure, I would imagine in the near future, there's probably going to be a presenter incentive for sponsoring.
Awesome, thank you.
How about
I
you,
have a
Maureen?
question.
Yeah.
Thanks. Okay, perfect. I was thinking while I have you, Mary, and Molly here, I know Mary and I were talking earlier this month that there was kind of a lot of stuff going on, especially the first week of the month with the Flawless 4 and that 3-day sale, and then the kudos, and I think there was even something else, but there's just a lot. And so I'm running for green this month. I'm trying hard. So I'm kind of don't want to like, it's like sometimes when there's so much from corporate, like during Black Friday, 10 days of like communication, it can feel like so much communication. And then I kind of feel like my customers lose focus as much as I do because there's too much going on. So given that there's going to be a new product, and I missed the first part, but what was it? Oh, and the Uology subscription is coming. Like, what do you guys think the game plan should be for the rest of the month as far as like, what should we be focusing on?
So I always say focus on what you and your customers love. So if you have a customer base that is crazy about skincare, then focusing on this new subscription will be huge for your business. But if you specifically, because I've been watching you, Maureen, I see you running for green and all the things you're doing, you are on track. It's very much okay to put your blinders on and stay focused on what you're doing. The nice thing is this subscription, this isn't a flash in the pan. This doesn't go away come April 1. So you can continue to focus on the kudos or the Flawless 4 or whatever works for you in this moment. I know a lot of people do big sales this time when they're running for promotions, what have you. It's very easy to get overwhelmed by all the things and feel like you need to present all the things. But remember, it's overwhelming to us because we are seeing it. We are in the groups. We are in the pages. We get all the stuff at once, but your customers see what you show them. So if you are on track, if you are feeling like you're at a good pace, put on your blinders to everything else, sit down with it, perhaps start to make a plan for end of month into April, but don't get blindsided by all the things. That would be my advice.
Okay, thank you. Yeah, I think I might hold back then on announcing some of this stuff.
How about anybody else? Does anyone have questions or a game plan that they want to share or any concerns? Yes.
Hi, please excuse my voice because I have a cold actually. So I'm glad this was like canceled in person. And excuse, I'm cold, so I have my robe on. Um, I'm in the process, I've been going through like a lot of personal stuff. So I'm still active, but I haven't been actively doing the things that I should be doing. And so I'm in the process. I'm very excited. I was excited about the Empower You this event because I needed some motivation. Like I've always been the one to motivate, but there was something I couldn't motivate myself. And I want to do a March Madness relaunch and trying to get myself back into the groove of going back to my lives and sharing positivity and just doing the things that I used to do. What advice do you guys have for me not to just go full force and then cause myself to backtrack again? Like I just want to get back into it, but I feel like if I go full head first, I'm going to crash. So what advice do you guys have for me to get back into it and relaunching pretty much?
Rhea, do you want to speak about this? Yeah, Molly tagged
Yeah,
you, Rhea.
Rhea. Where's Rhea?
Okay. Can you hear me? I don't know how to
Yeah, we can hear
make my
you.
face. Can you see me or am I just a little blob?
If
Like
you
a
touch
little.
this, Rhea, touch the
Okay.
screen and then start video.
Okay.
Yay!
Oh, hi. Okay. So I'm sorry. I was like trying to figure out how to make my video work before I came on here.
No worries.
So I kind of went through a lot of time where I had like ups and downs with my business and restarting. And I think just putting yourself out there again and being consistent with it is key. And it probably is going to feel like a little weird at first because if you haven't done it in a while. But I think that just going back and you like relaunching in general and showing your excitement and then just staying consistent with it as much as you can, I think is the key to all of it. And that's really how like we grow our customers and their trust in us. And try to share about other things. I try to share about like different things that I see or like to use, like hair products or recipes and just other things to help people like build that trust with people again.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yes, it does. Thank
Okay.
you. Thank you. Yeah, I had found it difficult because like I said, with all the issues I've been having, and then I do go live, I used to go live every day. And then I just caught myself like not knowing whether or not how people would accept me. And then I kind of forgot to like forget about what people, what do they think? It's just go ahead and do it. And I felt like I needed something just to get started. And with you just reassuring me to just do it, kind of helps. It does not kind of, but it does help a lot to get back on track with things. So thank you very much, you guys. I appreciate it.
Yay. And like Rhea said, to like post other things that you love in your life. I think that it's super important with everything that's going on right now in the world, to post recipes. If you're sick at home right now, you could be like, oh my God, I just had the best chicken soup, or I'm so thankful that XYZ restaurant is delivering right now. To like be a member of the community, keeping your social media presence up and keeping your social media presence positive and uplifting people. Like if you think of all the values that we have with Unique, to be doing that, I think is going to make a huge difference. And then also to get inside Messenger, you can post and do your videos as much as you want, but, just kind of checking in on those friends who maybe were also previous customers, seeing how they're doing with all of this, just being the human aspect. It's also going to raise your Facebook algorithm. So you're going to get good karma for being a wonderful person and checking in on these people just to say hi, saw your kids are out of school, or hope all is well. But then, as I said, they're going to be able to see other things on your wall. So even if you're sick and you can't be doing makeup lives right now, you can still have a presence online that is going to uplift people in a different way.
Okay. Thank you.
I also find when things are overwhelming, starting with just one product, it was the mascara, or it's foundation, whatever your favorite product is, start sharing that and then work your way back into sharing more and more and more. So just kind of the keeping it simple, analogy in working with just one thing. Because like when I first started thinking about, well, there's this, and I just got so overwhelmed. But keeping it simple, start with mascara, or like I said, whatever is some of your favorites.
Awesome. Thank you. I didn't think about that.
Yeah, Becca.
So I just wanted to share, my upline had shared with us, kind of going back to like, going off this, but also going back to like, there's so many new things happening and it's very overwhelming for us as presenters, and just trying to like spit it all out over our stories and our timelines. Like it's a lot. So something my upline had encouraged us to do was to just pick, of like all the things that were the new things that were coming out, to just kind of pick 2 and stick to that, and also make a list of like your top 5 favorite products and stay true to those. Like obviously there's other products we love. There's more than 5 products I love. Making my top 5 was so difficult. But just kind of staying true to those products. And I've found this month, because I've been going through a lot of things personally as well, that I'm not as consistent as I was last month. Last month I fought so hard for pink, and I think the beginning of this month was hard for me personally, and I was also kind of upset that I didn't hit pink, and I kind of like slowly stopped posting and being consistent, and that has affected my business badly. But posting in my stories, I'm trying to keep it with like the top 2 things that I'm doing. So it's been the subscription and the kudos, and then also staying true to my top 5 products is what I'm trying to do to slowly get back into being as consistent as I used to be.
Thank you.
I'm going to have Stephanie ask a question. One more thing that I was thinking about that wasn't necessarily addressed in the Empower Rally is, of course, we have the Unique Foundation, like the whole reason this organization was created. And a lot of people are going to be home now with their kids. And of course, Defend Innocence always shares like little conversation starters or tips and tricks. So, a lot of people might be home with kids who are a bit older, who might want to have, it's not always this scary thing to talk about that they're posting on the Defend Innocence Facebook page or the Unique Foundation Facebook page. The Unique Foundation shares so many posts about like safe mental health and like little things you can do to take care of yourself. So if you're not already following those 2 Facebook pages, that's another like free and easy resource that you could just hit the reshare button of. It's part of your brand. It's the nonprofit that you and your makeup business support. But it's also something that people are really kind of need at this time. Also some just like good, healthy mental health stuff. So that's always another resource that you can use too. And Stephanie, you had an awesome question.
Yeah, so this month for me, I'm shooting for pink, and I feel like I started out this month at ludicrous speed. Spaceball fans, anyone? Okay. So anyway, I started out really, really well, and then just hit this wall because the world just decided to close, and which I get, totally get. I was going to be having a in-person party at the end of the month, and I had people going, and they were saving their money to go because it's the first time they're actually going to be able to try the foundation and get this stuff in their hands. The problem is, I feel like I can go live a million times and say how it feels for me, but I'm having an issue with people actually believing it until they actually see it. So that's my first thing. The second thing is, what's the best way to do a virtual party? Because I still want, these people want to be there, but how could I do something in 30 minutes that will encompass everything that I wanted to show to them in person? That makes sense? Long-winded, sorry.
So I have 2 things for this one. Obviously, this in-person party, people probably will not want to come. We get that. Does the hostess have any of the makeup?
She has palette 4. I got her palette 6 as her gift. because that's the one thing that she had wanted. She has the 40 mascara and the cleanser.
Okay. That's a good amount that your hostess can already speak to her friends. Sorry, I've got a little one playing on the floor if you hear noise. Is she local to you, or would you? She is. Okay. Would it be possible for you to get some foundation in her hands?
Yeah. As long as she wants. Yeah. We've already canceled the party. It's just a matter of whether or not she wants to see anyone at this point because of what's happening.
But what I was going to suggest is if you can get some of these products that you feel that her audience may doubt if they cannot try themselves in her hands, and then she can attest to it, people are much more trusting of their friend than of us. They don't know us. They don't trust us yet, but they know her. So if she's on there being like, guys, I was skeptical. I put on this stick foundation. Look, my dark circles are gone. I look awesome. I feel amazing. They may be more willing to try it without actually putting it on themselves. So I would try and get 1 or 2 products in her hands that you feel would be best demonstrated on a real person. And then because we have this beauty of technology, do you know how many guests may have been coming?
There were like 4 confirmed ones, but then probably about 10 maybes that were all depending on what was going on with Rhode Island and stuff being closed and stuff. So I really didn't have a solid number yet.
I would attempt a Zoom personally, if you could convince people to do it. I mean, now that you've sat through this one, I'm sure you've been on other Zooms, you know, if they're uncomfortable, they can mute themselves, they can hide their face, but they can still watch. And then you and your hostess can really have the dynamic together. You can talk through while she's actually putting on the foundation and talk about the benefits. It gives you a platform where you're not doing, you know, okay, in 5 minutes, I'm posting another video. In 5 minutes, I'm posting another video. You have more of a platform and a cohesive time frame. And then people can always talk to you personally. You can follow up with them in Messenger after your half hour or what have you. That's what I would suggest if you had an in-person party planned and now you have to move it virtually.
Okay, and that sounds good. So I feel like a lot of people are going to be bored anyway and are going to want to kill some time. They can grab their bottle of wine and.
Yeah, you know. I think this is something that we, you know, how I was saying earlier, we don't want to capitalize on fear, but what we can capitalize is everybody is in their house, you know? So guys, let's hang out. Let's have a community. Let's have fun. Let's kick back. Let's grab a coffee, grab a glass of wine and just relax, have some fun, play with some makeup. You know what I'm saying? I think that's a great way to still do what we do without being pushy or salesy in any way.
Okay, and I have little sample things that I bought for the party, so I can just also mail those to her if she doesn't want to leave.
Yeah, that's fantastic.
Get her some primer and stuff.
Use her to your benefit, you know, like use her as an extension of you, really.
Yeah. Okay, great. Thank you.
You're welcome.
I would also say with that, Stephanie, is that whatever palette she has, you know, you said you're getting her palette 6 and whatever the other palette was, like you could do a live demo, with 4. So you could do a live demo where she's exactly like on the Zoom and you step by step with her, especially if it's a more simply thing, because people often look at us and they're like, oh, whatever, she does it, but she puts on her makeup every day. But if their friend is doing it and she's asking the questions that her friends might be having at the same time, it would be a fun thing to do. So even if it is like an eyeshadow class, you know, you could start off with foundation. When I've done 30-minute parties, like live parties, I actually do half of my face. So I already have half my face done before I show up to the party. And then I do the other half like, okay, so here's the primer and this is what it's going to look like. So they can see, you know, especially you and I have a lot of pinkness in our face. So, you know, you could come with like half your face done, say in this 30 minutes, I'm going to show you how to accomplish this whole face. And especially if you can focus on products that are in a collection, that I've also found has made things quite simple if you're going to be doing it as a live thing. So if people did want to get the eyeshadow and the foundation or whatever, it might be a simple thing for you.
I'd also like to mention in terms of booking parties, one thing you can do, and we've done this, you know, not just when we're homebound, but one thing you can do is present seminars. So you can say that you're going to be teaching an everyday eyeshadow seminar, and you can say, there is a seminar fee. What is the kudos right now? 79, 78, something like that. I think it's one of those. Entry fee is $79 US. Included in your package comes an eyeshadow palette of your choice, the mascara, the liner, right? And then you book a date for the virtual party, just like Mary was just describing, live, either on Zoom or what have you. And you set it for about 2 to 3 weeks after the order date. So then everybody has the same material, so they can actually do it right along with you and have a live class while they're home. And that's something you can do with virtually any kudos. I know a presenter, the one I learned this from, she does this a couple times a year. If the kudos is something that she feels is really perfect for a class, she will sell the kudos as a seminar and then do the seminar the following month. That's how she runs it. So you're still getting all the PRS, and then you're getting new customers and new hostesses the following month.
And you could also invite it to any customers who already purchased it. So one of the things I'm thinking about doing, once again, everybody's home right now, is like a Palette One party. And I'll do a Facebook Live and I'll tell everybody, hey, Friday night at 8 p.m., I'm showing you a look with Palette One. If you bought Palette One, and I'll tag everybody in my VIP group who I know bought it, because I could just find that in my email and everything. But I can also say, anyone who wants this, I could throw in an extra incentive. If you don't have Palette One yet, but you get inspired after seeing all of our looks from it, because you can encourage people like, let's do this together. Let's sit down Friday night, glass of wine. We're going to do step by step. These are the brushes you need, have the things from the kudos, for example. And then saying, if anyone decides after tonight that they would like to buy, and it could be on your wall, like you can just be going live and like tag those friends. So it's even a bigger audience if you don't have a VIP group, but you could also say, and if anyone wants to grab this kudos, you could throw in something, or you could just say, it's discounted for you. Like use the kudos as your own personal business discount. Anyone who wants this, I'll get it to you 20% off. And if you want eyeshadow primer, heck, I'll throw that in at 20, whatever the percentage is. But it's your business. So make it like a big deal, like in this month only, and Tuesday night, I'll do a palette 2 party or whatever it is that you'd like. But if people feel confident, and then they can share their pictures and make it really like a community thing so that other people will want it.
You can even, this is something unique that you can do too. If you have like a cross-line sister that you want to collaborate with, you could in fact do a dual live together, especially if you have different skin tones, different eye shapes, whatever. And you can show one palette 2 ways, which increases both of your audiences. Of course, you would make sure that customers come to the right presenter, but you can actually showcase a palette in 2 ways, which gives people even more options of seeing what it might look like on them.
And the other thing I was thinking is that once again, with your cross-line sisters, any of this, is that you could be utilizing each other in your VIP group. So if you are going to be pushing a certain thing, like you could say, hey, Mary, can you please post in my VIP group a look with Palette One? And I don't have to pretend to be your customer. I don't need to use falsified language, but I could say, Stephanie, I used those tips that you said from the Palette One party. Here's the look that I did on myself. People, if they click on my profile, they'll probably figure out I'm a unique presenter too. But for the most part, I'm adding to the algorithm so you can reach out to different people, or you could say like, hey team, we're going to do this. We're all stuck at home right now. We're all going to be adding photos in each other's groups. Oh my God, girl, like open a brand new tube of mascara. Look at my lashes today. Once again, they don't need to know that you're a unique presenter and you're not lying, but you're just kind of sharing in each other's walls or on each other's VIP groups to help build each other up. Anyone else have any other questions or things that you want to tackle while we have a couple more minutes here as a group? Crickets, crickets, crickets. Well, thank you guys so much for coming to this virtual rally. You can unmute yourselves if you want and come
Thank
on
you
in.
guys.
Thanks for hosting, both of you.
Yay.
Hopefully the next one we can actually do in person.
Right, exactly. And if you need to get yourself that mattifying primer, setting yourself the goal of hitting that 250 PRS, it's going to get you that brush roll. What does 250 PRS get you for actual payment? It's going to, oh my God, it's pretty much like you're going to earn $25 in Y cash that you can then apply to that primer. And then if you're yellow status, you get $62 commission. So if you have that goal of like, I'm going to hit that 250 PRS by the time the end of this month, I want that brush roll. I want to have enough Y cash to cover at least half of, over half of the product of the primer, and get some commission at it too. I think that that's a really excellent goal. And not being afraid to be active on social media during this time in a crazy, like, don't take advantage of it, like what Molly said, but to really help people get their mind off of it and play together, and to have this sense of community is really important.
Be the light, friends. Be the light.
Yay, well, everyone, thank you all so much. You can wave and say a little farewell if you want.
Thanks, guys.
Bye. Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye, guys. Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.